Welcome to Shadows of the Ringed God. You've tuned in because something about this pulls at you. The enigma of a forgotten force that whispers through history, shaping empires and souls alike. Today we dive into the depths of Saturn's legacy, not as dusty folklore, but as a living blueprint woven into the fabric of our world. This isn't mere symbolism. It's the quiet engine driving civilizations from ancient rites to today's digital grids. Saturn's cult didn't fade, it evolved, embedding itself in every rule we follow, every boundary we accept. Prepare to peel back the layers. What you'll uncover might change how you see everything. Mythological beginnings. Saturn and Kronos. Let's start at the roots, in the mists of legend, where gods walked among mortals. In the tales of ancient Rome, Saturn ruled as the bringer of plenty, the master of fields and seasons. He ushered in an era of harmony, where abundance flowed without effort, and peace reigned supreme. No kings, no chains, just a natural rhythm guiding all. This was the fabled Golden Age, a paradise lost when humanity stumbled into complexity. As the stories darkened, Saturn morphed into a stern enforcer, demanding obedience to the cycles of life. The Greeks renamed him Kronos, painting him as a paranoid sovereign who devoured his own offspring to cling to his throne. Not out of spite, but cold calculation. Power must endure, no matter the toll. Time and sacrifice, the archetype's core. This devouring wasn't random cruelty. It mirrored the essence of time, creator and destroyer in one. Life blooms, then withers. Moments birth futures only to swallow them whole. Kronos embodied that relentless march, where preservation exacts a price. Echoes of this appear in other deities, like the fearsome Moloch of Semitic lore, who claimed young lives in fiery offerings for societal stability. We've delved into Moloch before. It's one of our most viewed episodes, and for good reason. Both figures enforce the same grim bargain: surrender the new to safeguard the old. Through fire or feast, the cycle persists, influencing rituals, governance, and even our inner drives. These aren't dead gods. They're archetypes that migrated from altars to minds, dictating how we structure our fears and ambitions. Esoteric realms. Saturn as cosmic mentor. To grasp Saturn's full shadow, we must venture beyond myths into the arcane realms where philosophy meets the stars. In astrological charts, Saturn stands as the stern mentor, ruling over constraints, consequences, and maturation. Linked to heavy lead, it slows progress, enforces patience, and metes out lessons through hardship. No instant victories here. Rewards come only after trials forge resilience. Saturn doesn't lash out. It echoes back what we've sown, repeating until the insight sinks in. In Eastern mysticism and theosophical teachings, it's the overseer of karma, logging deeds and delivering them as experiences, not vengeance, but education. The soul cycles through unfinished business until mastery dawns. Alchemy casts Saturn as the harbinger of the Negrito, the darkening stage where old forms break down, egos shatter, and rebirth's raw ingredients emerge from decay. No philosopher's stone without this burial. In Kabbalistic maps, Saturn aligns with Binah, the divine matrix of form, birthing limits from boundless energy. Yet, in its inverted shadow, the Qliphoth's Satarial, structure twists into deception, hiding truths behind facades. Gnostic and Hermetic paths view Saturn as the cosmic doorman. Souls descend through its veil into flesh, bound by matter, and must reclaim forgotten wisdom to ascend. No evasion allowed. This is the pact of existence, spirit housed in form, tested by silence and thresholds. Saturn guards, refines, and ultimately elevates, but only for those who endure. The Black Cube, symbol of confinement. Now, envision Saturn's most enduring emblem, The obsidian cube, a fortress of geometry embodying density and confinement. In sacred shapes, the cube anchors the physical realm, static, edged, unyielding. It cages spirit in matter, a metaphysical cell where light forgets its source. But the connection sharpens with real-world wonders. In 1981, Voyager probes revealed a colossal hexagonal vortex at Saturn's North Pole, a flawless six-sided maelstrom, vast and unyielding. Geometry buffs note, a hexagon unfolds from a cube's tilted view. This isn't poetic fancy, it's Saturn's mark etched in the heavens, symbolizing compression and isolation. Cubes echo across cultures. Mecca's Kaaba, draped in black, draws pilgrims as a hub of unity. Yet esoterically, it's Saturn's vessel, holding the sacred in stone. Modern echoes abound, stark cube sculptures in urban hubs like New York or Berlin, nestled in power corridors, evoking authority without words. Late 20th century minimalism sees the cube as endpoint, reduction to essence, silence as statement. But this quietude masks dominance. In tech and finance, cube motifs brand logos for data vaults and security empires. Servers hum in cubic arrays, hoarding knowledge like ancient relics. Cities grid themselves in blocks, surveillance eyes perched at angles, conditioning us to boxed lives. The cube isn't passive, it's a psychic mold, normalizing control as convenience. Yet, paradox lurks. It imprisons but protects the inner flame, a crucible for growth. The test? Will you merge with the walls or shatter them? Societal control, Saturn's modern temple. As Saturn's essence seeps into society, it sheds divine robes for institutional armor. No overt invocations, just timetables, regulations, hierarchies. We sacrifice spontaneity on productivity's altar, youth to ambition, rest to metrics. Kronos' hunger persists, devouring dreams in the name of stability. Pain refines into stress, self-doubt, quiet erosion. Discipline morphs from tool to chain, rewarding conformity with illusory climbs. This is Saturn's reign, not brute force, but subtle architecture making rebellion obsolete. Beneath it all pulses a veiled tradition, not of robed fanatics, but custodians channeling Saturn's current through symbols and secrecy. From Canaanite El, the aloof creator, to Sumerian Ninurta, enforcer of order, to biblical Remphon's starry veil, the names shift, but the core endures, distant, unyielding sovereignty. Elites don't kneel, they emulate, weaving Saturn into Freemasonic oaths, theosophical karma doctrines, magical bindings, hierarchy, vows, timed rites, all Saturnian echoes. Rituals bind wills, seal secrets, consolidate power. Blood oaths symbolize debt, astrological alignments dictate action. This isn't expansion, it's fortification, ensuring continuity across eras. The cult thrives in shadows, its temple the system itself. Governments, banks, orders where loyalty trumps truth, silence equals sanctity. Transcendence, breaking free from Saturn's chains. Saturn's darkest facet, as soul jailer in cosmic prisons. Gnostics saw the material world as a trap, souls lured into forgetful cycles, with Saturn akin to the demiurge, warden of rigid laws. In theosophy and Eastern views, it's the samsara spinner, replaying patterns until awakening. Thinkers like Gurdjieff labeled us mechanical dreamers. En Weor saw ego as Saturn's crystal cage. Time isn't benign, it's the recycler, grinding through incarnations. Hermetics place Saturn as the outer sphere, the ascent's final hurdle, demanding confrontation with inertia. Saturn isn't foe or friend, it's the mirror of chains, self-aware. Cubes recur in tales, portals to other realms. In 2001, a space odyssey, the monolith, silent black slab, sparks evolution's leap, ending naivety. Hellraiser's puzzle box unlocks mechanized torment, access laced with agony. Avengers' Tesseract encases infinite power, guarded and costly. Transformers' All-Spark Cubes life spark, creation boxed. These aren't whims. They encode energy's binding, sacrifices demand. The cube initiates, transforming through trial. Today, the cube reigns supreme, not as relic but infrastructure. Skyscrapers, data fortresses, grid cities, all Saturnian temples sans ceremony. Logos from BlackRock to NVIDIA whisper compression. Minimalist art and brutalism flatten emotion into function, training us to equate order with safety. Psychologically, it installs self-policing. Deviation feels risky, rigidity natural. We don't bow. We log in, comply, offer time as tribute. The ritual, daily grind, reframed as advancement. In this digital age, the cube evolves into AI's domain, vast server tombs, precision incarnate. Bina's structure unchecked flips to sartorial surveillance. AI doesn't dream. It computes us into patterns, nudging choices, flattening souls to data. No whips, just exclusions, corrections. Saturn devours via timestamps, metrics as morality. The system self-replicates, code as scripture, engineers as priests. Strip away veils, and Saturn reveals as principle, not person. The limiter, the refiner. Beyond scythe and rings, it's the cosmic sieve, pressing until illusions shatter. Myth's devourer consumes incompleteness. The golden age hints at harmony post-trial. Encounters come in setbacks, silences, forging mastery, endurance, solitude, alignment. Psychology calls it individuation, alchemy, blackening. Integrate Saturn, and chains become ladders. Freedom isn't flight, it's poised strength amid collapse. We've traced a force not confined to scrolls, but alive in clocks, codes, cubes. Saturn birthed as deity, hardened into axiom, now pulses as societal OS. Symbols parade openly, the real cult. Our routines, sacrifices masked as norms. Yet it's not doom, it's invitation. The cube empowers those who question, why this rigidity? Who profits from unseen bonds? Awareness cracks the facade. Transcend by seeing limits as teachers, evolving past them. You're not prisoner, you're architect. Step out, and the devouring stops. The soul reclaims its rhythm. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos.